What's up guys, Crab here, welcome back to another Battles 2 video. Today, we're gonna be seeing if I can win with zero camo detection. We're gonna be doing this in speed battles. I feel like speed battles is gonna be a good balance between getting our towers up early enough to defend, but also possibly getting the win in the early game before our opponent has a chance to rush us. Plutonium Mines, I do love that map. We're gonna go with Gwendolyn as our hero, just regular Gwendolyn. Haven't used her in a while. I'm thinking we go tack. I would say the farm, but there's not really many farm spots on here. Maybe Wizard and Druid. Attack Wizard, Druid. Let's see how that works out for us.
It's popping time.
I probably still need to adjust the audio in the game so you guys can hear the game soundtrack a little bit better. And I will eventually do that, but it's just not something I'm looking into right now. I feel like it's a decent balance. There you go, Sentai Churchill. That's a decent spot for him, but I prefer up there. My mouse is right here. That way he shoots in a straight line. Let's get Gwendolyn down. I missed it before round 2, but that's okay. And then let's get a tack sprayer. I feel like we're going to be pretty good with the tack sprayer, especially in that spot right there. We might leak a few lives, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. Honestly, if we balloon boost, we might be able to get our opponent to panic a little bit. And we might actually get the win right here on round 3 with these space yellows. Just because they have all of their towers clustered in the front of the map. And the reason you don't want to do that is because they're chasing right now, they're popping the balloons that are further in the map. They're going to end up building up, and it's going to make it more difficult to defend. Get Wall of Fire. So technically, I believe the Wall of Fire can pop camo balloons. But because it's not a camo focused upgrade, I'm not counting it as camo detection because the way I see it, it's if you upgrade something to make it see camo. So, like you can see, there's no option here for camo balloons. Whereas if I got the guided magic, this would make it so you can have camo detection. Or not that, the monkey sense is what would allow it for camo detection. So I think that I think the Wall of Fire is going to be a decent upgrade for us, and it's probably the only thing that we can really get away with for our camo detection, that plus Gwendolyn's level 3 ability, which I will go ahead and target that. I want it a little bit further up. But I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I think the Dragon's Breath is gonna be good. And maybe our opponent will deter from sending us camos because of the fact that we have the wizard, and they might think that the wizard can pop the camos. But we're gonna send them space purples. I think they'll be okay. But I don't know. My whole goal here is to kind of make my opponent panic and maybe get them to ease up a little bit on their balloon sense. They're down to 10 lives. So, I mean, we did a lot of damage in the early game, but with that sniper, we're gonna have a rough time. Like, we can send purples. I'm not sure if this will do it, but I'll try. And it looks like we will get the victory with those purples. That was actually a good decision right before camos are being able to be sent by our opponent. That honestly went better than I expected. And again, we had pretty much no camo detection because I didn't upgrade that wizard to see camo. And again, that's how I see it for this challenge. I see it as if we're skipping that map. Star is a good map, especially for our strategy. I see it as if you're not upgrading the tower itself to see camo, then you'll be completely fine. We didn't even end up using the druid. Maybe Tack Farm Wizard will be the option here. Maybe the farm can give us a little bit better of a little bit better income.
We have a mission.
And then we can sell it off in the mid-game rounds if we need extra money to rush. I'm not completely sure how that's gonna go, but I suppose we'll see. Let's get a tack shooter up right there. And then we're immediately going to send Space Greens. And we want Gwendolyn up right there. We're going to start off with BTN. That's not really the best decision. They got their ninja up, so they're going to be chasing for a while. But as long as they get that ninja upgraded, they'll be completely fine. I think they might have to use a tower boost in order to catch up, but we'll see what they end up doing. We're gonna send these space yellows. We're actually gonna bloon boost those. Like I said, they were chasing, so it's gonna be a bit more difficult with that tower boost. I think they're gonna end up being fine. We're gonna get the tack sprayer. And we're doing better than I thought with just 2 towers. I mean, we lost 1 life, but we can just get a second tack shooter up, a 202, and I think we'll be fine. And this is like, it's such a different experience to be trying to win the game so early on. And it's like, it seems very aggressive, but at the same time, that's our whole point, because we want to make sure that we can win before our opponent can send us camos. And I can't go that upgrade path. Let me solve that. That was cheating. I meant to go for the wall of fire. There we go. Yep. Yeah, we'll go top path, because then we can actually aim our wall of fire over a bit. And let's get the arcane blast. Again, that can't see camo. So we can't go necromancer because it would be able to see camo. That is the one downside to this strategy, but I feel like wall of fires are going to be decent for us. And we'll have that one pretty much the same spot. I think maybe Space Region Zebras could help us out here because they got the bomb towers that can't pop them. But that ninja probably has enough range to pop off the first layer, so it's risky, but I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Let's get a druid. I feel like the druid's lightning might help us. Thorn Swarm. And then let's... I don't know what happened there. I don't know if you guys saw that, but my screen just glitched out for a second. Balloon boost these space region zebras. Because I feel like if we're gonna win, this is how it's gonna be. Either that or the possibility of purples, which can send. Yeah, they know what's up. So they did get us with those camos. This is a lot harder than I thought. And again, like, one of the things that I love about being a small YouTuber, especially in the Battles 2 community, is I can do challenges and people aren't gonna want to beat me just because they know who I am, you know? Salt Columns is a terrible map for what we're trying to do. Maybe let's try Dartling. This is gonna be... We can't go top path, but embrittlement isn't gonna help us unless we go late game. But we can't get ice shards either. Maybe icicles might be pretty good for us. Try a 0, 1, 2 maybe. And then save up for Gwendolyn. Boost these. That Dartling Gunner's really gonna struggle. Did tower boost, so they'll be fine. Get those space yellows. We're gonna have to tower boost that immediately. The last. Get deep freeze maybe. Don't use the ice tower all that much. Unless I'm going late game. Not helping that much. Let's set Gwendolyn back first and see if that helps us. We might be dead here though. Those yellows are just so fast. This is... Why is this harder than... I don't know. I'm recording these the same day. I don't know which week this one is gonna get uploaded and the other one is, but I just finished recording the video doing Can I Win with No Upgrades, which will probably come out after this one. And why is this harder than that? Should we just try to delay the inevitable? What if we go with like a complete stalling strategy with the glue and the ice, and we just try to slow things down enough to where we can get the win before we lose? You know what I mean? So let's just, I guess let's try to delay the inevitable. We're gonna be starting off with a boomerang. Get refreeze. Let's get defreeze. We want this blue gunner set the last. I think that's gonna help us out. Let's get stickier glue. They might be fine with that glaive ricochet. We're gonna have to tower boost I really want to get Gwendolyn up. That Gwendolyn to last. But man, we're doing... We almost got that one. That one was a lot closer. Just, I don't know how to go about this the best way possible, you know? It's such a weird challenge because we're not trying to end it as early as possible. Unless we can. And the fact that we need towers that can defend is what's messing me up. Because I feel like the ninja isn't going to be bad. But the problem is, the ninja can see camo without any upgrades. And I should have skipped that. This is going to go so horribly. I don't know. Let's try. What if we just try spamming the spike factory? This was the worst decision I made, not skipping basalt columns. I try to skip basalt columns every time I can unless I'm confident that I can win against my opponent because of the strategy I'm using. Let's get a Buccaneer back here. I want to be able to send space yellows immediately on too. I think they have pretty much the same strategy as we do. But we have more lives than they started with. So we can, in fact, win with no camo detection, but that took way more effort than it really should have. We got 0 hero XP because we didn't even end up using Gwendolyn. Was that my mistake? Is this setting down my hero? Either way, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will see you in the next video.